I'd like to call the Finance, Ways and Means Subcommittee to order. Madam Clerk, please take the roll.
Representatives Baum. Here. Camper. Freeman. Here. Gant. Here. Hawk. Here. Hazelwood. Here. Lynn. Here. Ogles. Todd. Here. Whitson. Here. Williams. Here. Wendell. Here. Chairman Hicks.
Here.
You have a quorum.
All right, thank you very much. Members, welcome. Are there any personal orders that anyone has before we begin? All right, seeing none. We have a total of 3 bills on our calendar today. So item number 1, we'll go ahead and get started. Item number 1 on our calendar is House Bill 75 by Representative Calfee. Sir, you are recognized. We have a motion and a second. Please continue with a brief description.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is concerns the revenue from selling some state property that goes in the trust fund for the DIDD and the other mental health institution. It's a total of about $4.2 million, and it's a one-time expenditure.
All right, thank you for this. Members, any discussion on the bill? Questions have been called. Any objection to calling the question? Seeing none, we're now voting on sending House Bill 75 to full finance. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it. House Bill 75 moves on to full finance. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Chairman and members.
All right, members, item number 2 on our calendar is House Bill 84 by Representative Manis. Has he made it in yet? I don't think so. I think he is in another committee. He was going to, they were going to take roll, and then I think he was coming this way. So without objection, we're going to roll one spot. All right, with that, I'm going to hand the gavel over to Chairman Baum.
Thank you. And item number 3 on our calendar is House Bill 76 by Chairman Hicks. Chairman Hicks, you're recognized. Motion. We have a second. And there is an amendment on this bill. It's drafting code 003880, filed by Leader Lamberth. I think Chairman Hicks is going to present this. Motion on the amendment? Motion. And a second. Chairman Hicks, you're recognized on the amendment.
All right, thank you very much. And if we could, just get in a proper posture and it all kind of fits together. So if we want to go ahead and vote and just get it all together.
Okay, question's been called. Objections? All in favor of calling the question, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, questions are called. The amendment has been passed, and we're now discussing the bill as amended. Chairman Hicks.
All right, thank you, sir. So current law requires all state agencies that receive state funds to immediately deposit into the state treasury, into a designated state account without any deductions on account of salaries, fees, costs, charges, expenses, refunds, claims, or demands of any description whatsoever. This bill would create an exception to that general law, which would allow for net remittance arrangements with contractors when they would benefit the state. That is the original bill. Then with the amendment, it basically put oversight just to make sure that someone was checking in to make sure that we could see as a body to see all the occurrences of this exact thing happening, these transactions. So there will be, if you go back and look at the amendment, that the chairman will actually of finances will receive that report so that we can see that and see all the occurrences.
Chairman Hicks, I apologize. We voted on calling the questions. We need to vote on the amendment.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My mistake. All in favor of amendment 03880, say aye. Opposed? Amendment passes. And now we're on the bill.
Sorry about that. I was excited to get started. I couldn't hold myself. That's pretty much the description. I'll be glad to answer any questions.
Question, and we do have a couple of questions. First, Chairman, I think first on my list is Chairman Todd.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just wanted to clarify if this bill allows third-party vendors to collect sales and use tax, business taxes, franchise and excise taxes, just in general, or is this only in a collection situation where there's some kind of enforcement going on?
My understanding, this is for a fee only. That's the only thing that I see. I'm glad to go out of session if you'd like to hear from F&A if you want more description, but that's pretty much all it will be. So for a third-party vendor, it really goes back, and you look at ECD and at the governor's conference, and so the folks that set up these, the management that set up ECD, which is a third party, the ECD governor's conference, They actually do all the management setup. And so what they do is they receive the funds from that event. And so what they would do, then they remit that to the state. And so that's simply all this is doing. It allows them to take their cut before they send it to the state. So it really streamlines the process is all this is doing.
Chairman Todd.
Thank you. I appreciate that explanation. I just did want to get on the record that this is not going to authorize third-party vendors to go around collecting these taxes from businesses and individuals around the state and then collect a fee out of that. So that's really what I wanted to get firmly on the record. Thank you.
Thank you. And Chairman Hawk.
Thank you, Chairman Baum, and thank you, Chairman Hicks, and certainly support the legislation. The bill gives me an opportunity to talk about, this is somewhat of an apples and oranges comparison, but we've got entities out there that are sales tax collectors, and I'll focus on that for the moment. If you want to call them third-party vendor or whatever they are, they're actually the folks that are collecting the Tennessee sales taxes for us to keep our budget document going. 20 years ago, we had such a thing called vendors' compensation, which was something that retailers at the time, it was not anything to keep them whole in terms of what they were investing to become a sales tax collector for the state. But we're looking at what is the potential of returning vendors' compensation to our retail community. So it is somewhat of an apples and oranges comparison, but as we're talking about third-party vendors, and just want to remind our subcommittee, the folks who are actually out there doing this work on a day-in, day-out basis, not on a special occasion like this is sounding like it is here, but there's an opportunity and a piece of legislation we may see in days to come. So thank you for your indulgence, Chairman Baum. Thank you, Chairman Hicks, for the bill. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other discussion on the bill as amended? Question's been called. If no further discussion, then we are now voting on sending House Bill 76 to full finance. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Bill passes. House Bill 76 moves to full finance.
All right, committee, that brings us back to item number 2 on our calendar. Item number 2, and I think Representative Manis did show up. There he comes. This is item number 2 on your calendar, House Bill 84 by Representative Manis. Sir, you are recognized. We do have a motion and a second. Please continue with just a brief description.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Let's see. Thank you, and thank you, members of the committee. I am here this morning, yes, still morning, to present this historic.
Yeah, we got a motion and a second.
We did get that?
Go ahead. You're fine. Continue.
I'm sorry. To present this historic House Bill 84. Historic only in the fact that this is my first bill ever to present. Just briefly, this bill addresses the statute of limitations for collection of tax liabilities from taxpayers that are involved in bankruptcy. Currently, there is a 6-year statute of limitations for collection of tax liabilities. If a taxpayer is in bankruptcy, probate, receivership, or an assignment for the benefit of creditors proceeding, that 6-year statute of limitations continues running. House Bill 84 will stop the statute of limitations during the bankruptcy, probate, receivership, or an assignment for the benefits of creditors proceeding.
All right, thank you very much. Members, any discussion? Question's been called. Any objection to calling the question? Hearing none, seeing none, we're now voting on sending House Bill 84 on to full finance. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The ayes have it. House Bill 84 moves to full finance. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Members, that completes our calendar for today. Do we have any further business coming before the committee? Seeing none, entertain a motion, we adjourn. All right, motion second, we're adjourned.